Back with another one. You already know how I get down. Back again. I gotta keep saying blah, blah. Yeah. I'm not cutting none of this out. All raw, no diddy, unedited, uncut, unfiltered. I don't care. I don't care. What you see is what you get. I don't care. Back again with another Big War video. Big War said truckers are catching hell. No hope for the economy. And I agree. Let's get into it. But y'all know how I like to do. I like to do the unedited version, unseen before, untouched. Let me go and get into this video, put it on the screen. Let's go.
Morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, March the 11th, 2026. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling through, walking down the YouTube streets. I ran across a video of somebody reacting to one of my videos. And I was like, wow, people doing reaction videos to me. I remember seeing people do reaction videos to other videos, like, damn, that they must be somebody important that you would do a reaction video to them. And now it's happening to me. So I'm honored and I'm flattered, even if it's in a negative light, the fact that you would take the time to do a video about me. But this video wasn't negative though, but
hey, look, honestly, you got to give people their flowers while they still alive. Real talk. Real talk. Because what people got to learn is that everybody ain't going to have the same view as you. Everybody ain't going to have the same opinion. But the fact that we in the same field, I agree with the majority of everything he says. Like, I think, like I told my cousin earlier, like I said, I think it's the tone that I have when I explain certain things to people that it kind of pushes them away. You know what I'm saying? But I be right in the end because they come back and tell me. But my goal isn't to be right. My goal is to just give you the information that I learned or what I gathered and give it to you. You get what I'm saying? Now, my message, my delivery may not always be perfect, but I promise you, you're going to understand because I know you're going to come back and tell me. You get what I'm saying? So I seen a bunch of effed up comments. They was talking about Big War, but I just really don't. I haven't seen anything yet as far as like what we talking about trucking that I didn't agree on. Real talk. Salute to you too, Big Ward.
nonetheless, I appreciate it. And I want to shout out the channel and say thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you for your support. It's Monae TV.
Appreciate you, Big Ward.
Monae TV. Y'all go check her out. Tell her Big Ward sent. And I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And first, and before I go any further, I am not homophobic. I don't hate nobody.
Yeah. Like I said, I could tell that you're not. You just an old school player. Like I got a couple uncles and cousins that's around your age. You know, I don't really technically know how old you are, but I'm assuming you're around like 40, 50 or whatever. And they're just used to a certain way. They don't hate it, but they don't love it. And it's more so towards like the guys. I'm gonna just say that. But I've ran into males on the street that look at me like I got 3 heads. Like I'm contagious because I'm a stud and I like women. You know, that's my preference. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just used to what I'm used to. Like I like what I like. You know, I can't never say I never dated guys when I was younger. I did, but it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like what's for me is for me. What's for you, gonna be for you. But I was joking, like I said when I said that. But what other way to get you to look at the video but to start like that? So you can say that was like kind of baiting or whatever, but I could tell that you ain't homophobic.
Just you might have saw some video where I was expressing my opinion about what I thought about something, but it's not out of hate. I'm not homophobic. I don't like, you know, I'm cool with everybody that's cool with me. Gay or straight. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. If you straight, then you got a problem with me. I'm heterosexual phobic. I dislike or hate anybody that hate me, and I love whoever love me, no matter what your orientation is. Now, with that being said, I want to respond to some of the comments I saw.
Right.
She was responding to the video I did about truck drivers having to work 3 jobs. And as I read the comments, it made me realize, damn, there's some weird ass people out here.
But before you get into that, I just want to touch on how, because I got a podcast, I see a lot of love on my personal pages and I see a bit of hate. But when somebody don't like you and another person reacting to you don't like you, or just giving you energy, bigging you up or not, they tend to spill that energy into that person's comments. They put that negative energy that they been wanted to say about you in the comments on the person channel who they're watching, but not necessarily put it on yours because you may block them. I don't know. I really don't block nobody. I let people say what they're gonna say. That don't mean I ain't gonna say nothing back in return. So if you come to my page disagreeing, that's fine. We ain't gotta agree on everything. But when you come and be negative and I guess be disrespectful, that's where we got a problem. Cause I can have my opinion. I can voice that. And you ain't gotta like it just as well as I ain't gotta like yours. Everybody got opinion like assholes. Like if I said if I phrase that properly, what they say, opinions like assholes. Everybody got one. But I don't know where all the hate came from. Like I just feel like people ain't gotta agree with everything you talking about. And that's just the reality of shit. Like I already know that's kind of what he about to say, I think, if we on the same page.
There's some goofy weirdos that the purge need to hurry up and get here.
Ah,
Civil War need to hurry up and get here.
hey,
Because there's some people walking around amongst us need to go. And it showed me how our education system in America has failed us. It showed me how No Child Left Behind should have left some children behind. Because we got some idiots walking around here. First of all, a lot of the comments, well, some of the comments was, I'm mentally ill. And then you have some lying ass truck drivers. You know you got some truck drivers that lie right. And one of the biggest lies truck drivers tell is how much money they make.
man.
Oh, I'm making $2 million a month.
Listen, I just said that to my other truck driver buddy. We probably he look out for me, I look out for him. We've been doing this for years. I just said that because he was telling me how people would tell him from other consignment intermodal companies, they'll tell them like either they slow as ever or they booming. But I think when people lie about their checks, like I've never been one because I always had the proof to show you if you wanted the proof. I always been quick to pull up my email, show you how much I get paid, and that's truck driver to truck driver because I know it was at one point where some of my companies was booming and I was there for the long haul. But I've also had bad companies where like, man, they ain't eating. But I know some of the from one company I was at, they were telling other truck drivers because they didn't want them to come over and eat around. This was like the beginning towards it was the whole time, the beginning and towards the end of COVID. Like, oh no, we ain't doing nothing over here. And I'm like, well, because he told me, the truck driver told him, oh no, we not eating. I'm like, well, why did he tell you that? Because we was getting bonuses and all type of stuff on top of our settlement. Like, especially if you're a new hire, they'll give you a $10,000 bonus and they'll break it down in each check until that year's up. He like, I don't know why he told me that. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want us to come over and eat. Well, I do know sometimes companies do overhire due to the volume that they have currently on their desk, but then you got to know things just get slow. So it eventually got slow, whatever, and I never seen a guy come over. I don't know if he was just discouraged and he probably thought that guy was telling the truth and I was lying, but I'm like, man, it was at one point where locally, just to go from the real to back to my company, and doing that twice, shit, I made $700-800 from just doing that. And to me, that's good money local because you could barely like go 3 hours away and make that type of money in a container nowadays because it's messed up. So at that time, that was some good money. Like, I mean, I don't know, and I had to work myself back up into the point where I'm at now, where I go 3 hours, whatever, away because I was super local for a couple years, and I really didn't have to do all that, you know what I'm saying? But people do be lying about how much they make. I don't know
Oh, I'm
why.
making $70,000 a week. They'll never show it to you. You know me. I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't making it like that.
Yeah.
The money is funny. You hear truck drivers out here talking about, boy, you need this man shit. I'm home every day. I work 8 hours. I work 5 hours. I made $150,000 last year. Show me the receipts. I've been a truck driver since 19.
But even still, whatever my 1099 say, it really ain't what I made because you have to take into account that I had all these maintenance fees that I had to pay for. I also had to you gotta take taxes out of it if you know, like the most of us, we don't. Like I'm learning still, although I had my truck for a minute, like I need to set up a personal account for my taxes to come out. But it's so hard. It's like shit, I really can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? It's just tough.
1996. I done heard all the lies. I ran 2,000 miles overnight. Truck drivers and fishermen are some of the biggest liars on the planet. So now, you got somebody gonna tell you the truth. Trucking effed up right now. Trucking effed up right now because the economy effed up. So one of the main questions, how is a truck driver gonna work 3 jobs? Because their main job is dead, fool. Why would a truck driver need to work 3 jobs if his main job is wide open? He ain't gonna have time or energy. Lord have mercy. That's why I want no friends. I don't really interact with people. I don't want people around me. I love y'all, but I ain't trying to weed through who the idiots are.
Yeah.
So I keep to myself. So I ain't got to deal with this foolishness. I have a low tolerance for foolishness.
Yeah.
The economy is bad, y'all. I told y'all last week in that video, I was talking to my friend, he was doing Uber. I got 3 gigs. I didn't say you working a truck driver working 3 full-time jobs. People ain't got like comprehension skills. Truck drivers are not the only ones working 2 and 3 jobs. People are working 2 and 3 jobs nowadays. How do they do it? They get off their main job, go to another job, finish that job, go to another job. They might have shit they're doing at home. They might be doing gig work like Uber. It rhymes with Uber. You do Uber. I do Instacart. I drive this truck. I do YouTube. I do personal training. I'll move some shit if you need. Do y'all think job is just somewhere you just go clock in? Stay away from around me, please. Y'all be careful out here. You might think the people around you are sane individuals, and you're around a bunch of idiots. I promise you are. Be careful out here. I told y'all this. You at a light, the person in front of you ain't moving, don't blow your horn, let them sit there or go around.
Right.
Leave people alone. There are some idiots out here.
That's what I was trying to tell my girl the other day, because she tried to get on me about blowing and stuff, but I haven't been blowing as of late. Due to, like you said, people aren't nowadays mentally stable. Like, people are having a rough time with life. And you know, I told her, like, when she was driving to the store, like, stop blowing. Or why y'all like kind of like racing like neck and neck? Or she was then following close behind, if I'm um recollecting, if I'm saying that properly, if I'm recalling the situation properly. They was like neck and neck and just battling to get around, I guess. But I'm like, why you stop doing that? Like, chill out. But you telling me, like, but I'm concealed. Like, I gotta worry about you more. So it kind of made me mad, because I worry about you too when you're outside. That's why I tell her, like, I don't like you going to the store late. I don't like you going to the gas stations late, because we don't live together. So, I mean, it's nothing I can really do every day as far as like filling up or whatever for. But if you have to go, it's not safe when it's early in the day still, but at least somebody would notice something if something was to go down or whatever. But yeah, all that blowing at people, I'm trying to refrain from that. Like, I tell my mama the same thing too, because she got road rage and hers is extremely bad. That's kind of where I got mine from, when I was road raging a lot. But I can honestly say I tried to come down a little bit from that, because, like you said, it is dangerous nowadays. People are going through things, like, for real.
Here, where I am, we had a mental institution called Cersei. You got people walking around in Cersei talking to themselves, talking to the devil, talking to Casper the Ghost, talking to Bigfoot, talking to anybody that don't exist. But they talking to them like they here. That's what we had in Cersei. Do y'all know they closed Cersei down and let them people loose?
Damn. What?
And some of them same people might be standing right next to you right now in the grocery store.
Hey, what you
In
like?
front of you at the light, at the gas station. You don't know what these idiots are. These lunatics.
Can you do that? I ain't know people do that. The fuck?
And the comment section in these YouTube videos should also show you that everybody walking around ain't stable. And they love to call other people crazy when they crazy. They calling me mentally ill. But you can't figure out how a truck driver will work 3 jobs. And that I'm telling you something outrageous. I told y'all I was off 2 or 3 days a week. I got plenty of time to work another job. 8 jobs.
Yeah.
And I think she said she almost unsubscribed because she thought I was homophobe or whatever, which I'm not. I've heard that before, Big Ward, he against the community. No, I'm not. I don't care about the community. I don't care about the gay community. I don't care about the straight community. I don't care about none of that shit, nothing. But what's affecting me? But I can observe some shit. I can pay attention to some things. Everybody do that, and I give my opinion. I'm a content creator. And I believe, I've said this all before, if you live longer than 10 years on this planet, there's nobody that ain't a little mental, that been through some trauma, that got some healing to do. For me to sit and look at other crazy people call somebody else crazy, that's crazy work. That's diabolical work, as y'all say. Everybody crazy. Everybody a little mental, touched. How can you be sane in this world? It takes one to know one. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. Yeah, I'm a little mental. Yeah, I'm a little touched. That's how I know that y'all are too. That's how I know everybody else here, because what the saying go, take one to know one. I'm sitting up here looking at some of the craziest people in the world that I've ever seen or heard in my life call somebody else crazy. Mentally ill. As if they're completely sane in this effed up world.
I noticed that a lot of those pages be like, can't say ghosts or bots, but they be like people just hiding behind another person's, like, I mean, not another person's, but like a fake page. I'm gonna just say, for lack of better words, fake page, fake picture, no video. So half the time I just don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and retract, because I think I did block somebody on my podcast page. I think I did because they was rambling. Then I also see I forgive, but I don't forget. Cause it was this one guy talking stuff, this one white guy talking some mess on my video or whatever. I let it ride. I said my little stuff back, right? But then I go to his page and I said something funny or something sarcastic on his page, and he got mad. But it's like I said, oh, you forgot what you said on my page or whatever. He DM me, brother, I don't have you on no social sites for me to DM you. Like, what are you talking about? I don't have you on that. I had you as a commenter on my video, and I seen that you are actively posting videos, content, and I said something on yours. Oh, we don't like it when we get it back, but we can dish it out, because you think people forget. You think people forget. Like, I've said crazy stuff, like, because I don't like their opinion, and I'm like, oh, they glazing or stuff like that. But I don't say off the wall shit. Like, I just say, oh, such and such glazing, he on such and such balls or something like that. Like, have your own opinion, stuff like that. But what he said was kind of off the wall, and on the video, I'm probably gonna do a video on another video. I'm gonna probably do a reaction to the crazy stuff I see in my comments. That'll be dope. But you know, people are nuts.
How the hell are you sane? Not Usain Bolt either. How are you sane? How are you completely mentally healed and everybody else out here catching hell? Anybody tell you that they ain't just a little traumatized, at least a little, they lying. Or they're 10 years old. There's no way as full-grown adults, especially in America, especially if you black, can you be living in America as a grown adult and not be a little mentally touched? Because you done been through something. You done dealt with something. You done been hurt. You done been lied on. You done been betrayed. You done been sold out. Somebody done stabbed you in the back. Somebody done probably robbed you. You done been through all types of stuff.
That's like trauma.
So to be alive in America and to sit here and proclaim that ain't nothing wrong with you, I'm proud of my battle scars because I survived. I'm proud of what I went through because I'm a survivor. I don't care about no people on no internet trolls, what they got to say about me. And if you want to unsubscribe, Monet and anybody else, what we do. And here's the thing about it, what Trend Genius told me, Trent Henderson, shout out Trend. You still ain't going nowhere. You still gonna watch.
Right.
And I'm one of the best on here.
Thanks.
Y'all say that shit trying to hurt somebody, but you can't hurt me. Not like that. In order to hurt me, I gotta love you.
Mm-hmm.
I got a handful of people I love. I got a lot of people I like. I like all y'all.
Because a lot of people be on here, they be having insecurities, and it could be the slightest thing somebody say to them. It's stuck. It's stuck in their head.
Well, not all y'all, but most of y'all. But I'm careful with the love. So threatening to leave me or unsubscribe, I don't give up. I wish I could do it for you. I'm just ranting right now, if y'all haven't noticed. And I'm also warning y'all from my own personal experience, especially since being on YouTube. I knew there was some crazy people in the world. Besides me, I ain't know just many. But I got my crazy under control. That's the best you can hope for. To get your crazy under control. Because we all a little, cuckoo. The goal is to be able to control it. Don't let it destroy your life. Don't let it get you in trouble. Don't let it cause you to hurt other people. Rewind. We all a little crazy. Every last one of us. Some of us are a lot of crazy. Like the people that was in her comment section. A lot of crazy. What you want to do is try to make sure that you keep your crazy in check. I'm trying to make sure that I don't allow my crazy to take one of you busters out and I end up in prison. Or that I don't allow my crazy to cause me to make one of you busters take me out and I end up in the ground. Your goal is to control your crazy. You can't get rid of it. It's here now. We all got some screws loose. Some of y'all might say you don't. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Big Ward he gonna keep it real with you. We all crazy. Ain't none of us got no room to really be like judge. I might call you crazy, I'll let you know. I ain't judging you though. I ain't putting you down though. But them folks in that comment section on her video talking like I'm Big Ward mentally, like who the hell are you? Show me your diagnosis of being 100% sane. Anyway. So back to the topic of how truck drivers are working 3 jobs nowadays. I'm not the only one. My homeboy, my coworker, not the only one. I'm looking at truck drivers work 2 or 3 jobs. What the hell is y'all talking about? How they do that? I'm not talking about truck drivers that's working 14-hour shifts. They're not slow. They still making their money. And I know for a fact, especially if you're not an owner operator, there's only a couple of jobs out here playing truck driver 6 figures. And they locked up. Every comment section I go in on the trucking page, everybody making 100,000. You hear that Andrew Jackson, chasing Andrew Jackson? All these truckers out here making 6 figures.
He be giving it to
I'm the only one seeing how.
Yeah, it's been a few channels that I've been watching since the start of my trucking career over. Wait, how long I've been a truck driver? 2015. End of 2015. He one of them, chasing Andrew Jackson. And I like him because he's transparent as well. I got another video queued up to do with him, and matter of fact, he in my goddamn notifications. It's crazy we saying this, but yeah, he be giving it to you raw, real, no diddy. He tell you breakdowns of things, and you don't gotta get a brand new truck. You could roll out with this one. In fact, my truck ain't new. Somebody told me to sell my truck and get a new one. I be seeing 20, whatever on the side of the road too. So like, you just never know with trucking shit. It's all the same.
How hard trucking is right now. I'm the only trucker out here knowing trucking effed up because the economy effed up, and I'm warning y'all about the economy because trucking effed up. I guess I'm the only trucker out here catching it. All the other truckers making $180,000 a year. Big Ward, the only trucker out here struggling. You hear that, chasing Andrew Jackson? All this money these truckers out here making. All of them except me. All of them except my co-workers and whatever that's just having to work extra little things to make ends meet. All the truck drivers making $100,000 a year nowadays, huh? Y'all full of shit. Ladies and gentlemen, the trucking industry is trucking. You have major trucking companies, way bigger than Big Ward, shutting down, filing bankruptcy, going out of business, closing their doors, liquidating their equipment. And you asking me, wanting to know, in the comment section on her video, asking how a truck driver working 3 jobs. That's how fool. Y'all, get it, got it good. Bye.
All right. So basically,
I'm trying to co-parent my 2-year-old son with his father.
I
But
might
I'm
have to
having
cut
two
this out
issues.
because they be trying to give goddamn Karamo be trying to give you goddamn copyright strikes. So I might have to edit some of this stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna just say this. Like I said, people take jokes differently, and that's perfectly fine, whatever. Like I said, I don't you gotta know my sense of humor anyway, off camera, to know when I'm serious and when I'm playing. But everything in the front of that video definitely was joking. But I like to give certain men, I guess, a hard time because a lot of men don't like studs for real. Like, and I ain't got nothing to do with him. Like I said, I don't think he homophobic and none of that. I could tell from just listening to him or whatever. Cause he would have said way more in the video that I did see when he was talking about the party he was at or whatever. So I really did take no offense to that. It's just the people with direct energy towards me, or if they staring or whatever, it's definitely like, yeah, you don't like studs. But like I said, I don't know where all the hostility came from in his comments, but I appreciate the shout out. I appreciate you sending love back my way, positive energy. Like I said, we all ain't gonna agree on everything. We gonna have different opinions, and that's perfectly fine. But calling somebody mentally challenged or mentally ill, as far as the commenters, I mean that's nuts, because I ain't gotta think how you think. But like I said, I'm out of here. Like I said, I'm gonna do plenty more videos of Big Ward because I watch him anyway. Like I said, I watch him anyway. I didn't unsubscribe. I was joking. I just did another video to Big Ward. It's just gonna consistently come because I watch it anyway. But like I said, I'm out. I appreciate you again. And on to the next video. Peace.